If you've been watching for a while, you might recall a video called The Biggest Scam in Guitar History that I made about a year and a half ago now. It remains one of my most viewed videos to this day, and that's for good reason, because it was covering a topic that really was important to cover on YouTube in a video that's available for everybody to see, so nobody falls victim to the scam that I was talking about. Now, should you not have seen that video yet, I'm not going to recap the entire situation in this video because that video was 16 minutes long, so if you have 16 minutes to spare right now and you're not up to date on the situation as of right now, then click pause on this video, head over to this one, I'll link that in the info thing up here and in the end card of this video in case you want to watch it afterwards. You really should watch that video first if you're not up to date on the entire situation up until like right now. I'll give you a very brief recap of the TTM saga up until now. Basically, guy starts guitar company. The business model of said guitar company is to endorse random people and offer them a free guitar along with their endorsement, even though they have absolutely no following. Other perks of a TTM endorsement include, but are not limited to, superb notoriety. All of the guitars are supposedly built in the USA, but they are all just cheap, shitty Chinese parts assembled in the USA, more specifically in a self-storage unit with a CNC machine in it. The company lists all sort of famous artists on their website as endorsees, such as Death. People order guitars, they don't receive them, they don't get refunds, yada yada. Eventually it all comes crashing down, TTM gets banned and blacklisted from the NAMM show. The guy in charge of TTM, Lance Benedict, ends up hiring paid actors to act as investors for the company so he can actually con other people into investing into the company by having those people pretend that they already have. Lance ends up fleeing the state to Florida in hot pursuit with a big bag full of money, $500,000 of which he still owes to the people that he conned, because despite his filing for bankruptcy, those debts were not forgiven. And then back when I made my first TTM video, which I believe was around early to mid 2023, Lance tried poking his head out of the ground once more and relaunching TTM guitars. Now, I don't want to suck my own dick too much here, but I am fairly confident that without my video, his attempt at relaunching the company would have at least been somewhat more successful, because I'm pretty sure my video played quite a part in just burying that shit completely before it even started. But it's not like people had forgotten about the bullshit he pulled before he dipped and then tried to relaunch the company a couple years later. Back when all of this was actually happening, Levi Clay, back before he switched from investigative journalism to transcribing guitar music, made a shit ton of videos about TTM, including an actual interview with Lance Benedict in which he lies through his teeth for like 50 minutes. But that's enough of a recap. If you want more, again, go watch the first video. Even if you've watched it and forgotten, go refresh your memory and then come back to this, because a couple of hours ago, I was sent this by a viewer. This is a TikTok video, or more specifically a photo uploaded in the form of a TikTok video by one Lance Benedict of one TTM Guitars. I quote, TTM Guitars Part 3, July 4th, 2024. Hashtag TTM Guitars, hashtag Lance Benedict. The third time's the charm, as they say. Official launch number 1, July 4th, 2007. Official launch number 2, July 4th, 2017. Official launch number 3, July 4th, 2024. Once again, I will be releasing guitars like no other in the business. I will build it, and they will definitely come. And the actual picture reads, I'm proud to announce the return of my iconic brand, TTM Guitars, on July 4th, 2024. Look for these and other astonishing TTM guitar models to hit the market soon. Okay, he seems to have forgotten about his attempted and very much failed relaunch back in January of last year, so I suppose that's Kalen 1 and Lance Benedict 0. But yes, TTM guitars are back. Now, I'm putting that in air quotes because I don't really know what back means, since A, this was announced for July 4th, and it is currently July 10th. There is no website online, there is nothing on the market being offered. That's not a bad thing, that is just an observation of how little follow-through there is with this man. And B, there were never any fucking guitars in the first place. There were like 20 guitars in total. There were a bunch for a NAMM booth, a bunch that he just kind of sent to Dokken, so he could say that he endorsed Dokken, which, yeah, sure, you endorsed them, but they didn't endorse you back. And then that one hideous yellow one that they put on the Price is Right for some reason, which I still have no idea to this day how that actually managed to, happen.
And features a plain maple neck with a neon gloss. One certificate of authenticity and lifetime warranty included from TTM Guitars.
But the point is, despite the fact that there are still unpaid outstanding debts of over $500,000 from Lance Benedict to the bunch of people that he scammed into investing into his company that didn't exist in the first place. And those debts were not forgiven despite his bankruptcy claims. Again, I have a bunch of legal documents and stuff in the original video. I'm not going to put those in here. I don't even have those anymore. I'd have to screenshot them out of that video. Despite all of this man has the stones to try and relaunch his company, or at least to make the claim that he would, which is fucking ridiculous. I have no idea how this man is not in prison yet, let alone who is permitting him to practice business again despite bankruptcy and a debt of $500,000. Honestly, I don't know. This was a curveball even to me. Your guess is as good as mine as to what happens next, because I was not expecting to hear the name Lance Benedict uttered ever again in my entire life, right? I was expecting him to either be in prison or to be somewhere not in prison but living out of his car so he doesn't get arrested. Something tells me, though, that with the extensive back catalog of videos exposing his bullshit in the past, nobody is going to actually fall for anything he does in the future, if there is anything. I just wanted to make a quick update video. Thank you for watching. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Subscribe to my second channel, 7 String TV, if you like gear content. I'm going to link the latest gear video I did on that channel over here. So, latest video on this channel, subscribe. Latest gear video, hit the bell, leave a comment, and I'll see you around.